Let's wait for some people to come in here. Yeah, no, I'm going in there now. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be right there. Give me a second. Give me a second. All right. Oh, shit. What's up? What's up, everybody? What's going on? Just waiting for some people to come in here. Just wanted to vibe for a little while that I got here. I got about a good 20 minutes to spare, so wanted to come on and address a little something. Nothing that big. But what's up to Dave in the chat? What's going on? What's up to the fake shell in the chat and Kieran, Kevin, and everybody? Yeah, I just came on for a little real quick to talk about a little something that's going on. Nothing big. It's a little. I'm sure a lot of you guys already have heard about the whole Tommy situation with Joe and Tommy in the chat and the whole thing that went off. And Joe went on this morning and did a live stream basically saying his side of the story and everything that happened. So for those of you who don't know, Joe went into Tommy's chat last night because he was invited. Tommy sent a link to him sending a link to Tommy going live. So Joe went in there and right away was hit with negativity and shit. Right? That's just putting it short and sweet. And then, but like if you think about it, and I want to get into this a little bit down in the story here, but when me and Joe were cool and he was coming into my show, into the chat and hanging out in there, the same exact shit used to happen. So, I don't know what's any different from now and then, but the same exact shit would happen. But I do have to say, I heard a couple of things that Joe said in his live stream about me and a couple of other people. And, the whole narrative, maybe, I think he believes and he really feels the way he feels towards me. And I think he really does feel that way. Like he thinks that I'm like some kind of fucking manipulator and all this shit with guys like SC Steve, which just a week ago I was blocking SC Steve on Twitter because I was getting sick of his trolling shit and all that shit. So it's not like, I'm openly arguing with the guy on Twitter a week before, and it's like, oh, now all of a sudden I'm manipulating guys like SC Steve to go against Joe. I'm manipulating the guys from Drama Club to go against Joe, and and little things were hinted towards that in his live stream. But what he doesn't get is that I agreed with him. And when Tommy spoke to me last night, because Tommy calls me frequently, as everybody knows, and we speak to each other. When Tommy spoke to me last night, he told me the whole story and said he sent me a photo of Joe blocking him and told me, look at this, look what Joe did. Can you believe this? Blah, blah, blah. So once I called him back after I saw the message and I was able to call him back, he started to explain the story to me and he was really pissed off and kind of like, you know what I mean, Ken? You know what I mean? Kind of like that. And then once he got to the part where he said, I sent Joe a link by accident, that's when everything changed for me, what he was explaining. And I was like, Tommy, listen to me. You fucked up. And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, you fucked up because you sent the dude an invite, just like you sent me. And I didn't show up because I know right away that, shit will pop off and it'll be just, I'll watch, but I ain't going in the chat and just not giving any room to start bullshit or argue with anybody. But long story short, he gave him an invite. So little does Joe know, he's sitting there on a live stream and bunching me and Dave Rose and Scott and, other people into this situation with Tommy that has nothing to do with any one of us, any one of us that are in this community who do shows and, mingle and have argued with Joe and this and that. We had nothing to do with it. I didn't have anything to do with it. Dave Rose didn't have anything to do with it. Scott didn't have anything to do with it. YR didn't have anything to do with it. Fucking Alex Payne didn't have anything to do with it. Fucking Johnny Holes. And no one had anything to do with it but fucking Scott, Danny MT, and what happened. So I do think that, yeah, right away, Danny MT was defensive, and I think it was wrong what happened. I get that. But, to sit there, Joe, and to spin the shit the way that he wants to spin it in the perfect little world that he spins it into. And, it's like making a fucking anthill into a mountain. It really is. It's like, what is the sense of getting all that worked up over something like that? It's just, I understand you're pissed off, you feel bad that your friend fucking sandbagged you in a way, which I get, but it's like, do you really need to fucking, go into it like that and all that shit? It's just like, whatever, man. It's like, we all know. And then I like the little caption, Leafy and Keemstar. You know what I mean? So it's like, no matter what, it can never be from the heart. It can never be real, 100% authentic. You know what I mean? There's always some kind of synthetic thrown in there that makes you think like, okay, on one hand, yeah, the guy got slighted and he feels it in his heart, and it's like Christmas time. You invite somebody into your chat and then you shit on them like that. It's pretty fucked up. It's like you're setting a guy up to fail, which I get, and you should be emotional about something like that, especially when it's a friend. But the other side of that is like, who cares? It's fucking YouTube. It's a chat. It's like, is it really that big of a fucking deal in the big scheme of things that you got to go and fucking throw 20 other people into it and fucking, and just spin it again to the way that, it's spun perfectly, and it's like the one-sided story. And it's like really nice that people out there who like all these shows, who watch all the shows and are in everybody's chat, those people get told one thing from this person on that show, and then they get told another thing from this person on that show, and this person on that show, and then you hear things like, oh, I'm being honest and truthful 100%, and it's like, no, bull fucking shit. You're being truthful, yeah, maybe you are, but from your view and your side of things, okay? It's from your view, your outlook, and your side of things. And just like me, I could be wrong, but think I'm right. So, realistically, Joe was wrong for a couple of reasons. One, for even making a big deal about a little shitty situation that he could have laughed off and been like, what an asshole, and just bolted out of there like a normal man around Christmas. And number two, throwing 3 or 4 other people into the whole mix that had nothing to do with the situation to begin with. And it's like, you already know that there's that little fuel there, you know what I mean? You already know that there's already that little hint of like, with shit could pop off at any moment. And a lot of people are trying to be good people right now. It's Christmas time. A lot of people are trying to just shrug it off their shoulder and brush it off their shoulder and just move along and say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to fucking take it to heart. I'll just, whatever. Shout out to Rocky in the chat, and congratulations to Super Ugly for 1,000 subs on here. I went around to about like 20 people I knew and told them, hey, go on to YouTube and sub to these guys. They need a couple of people to join them, check out their show. So I went and got at least, I think it was like 11 or 12 people. So shout out to him, man. It's a good milestone. And Merry Christmas to everybody in there. I see a lot of you guys in there. And definitely be thankful you have family on Christmas and you're with your family, even if it's 2 or 3 people. Thank God you have those 2 or 3 people and you're with them and all that good shit, So, Yeah, I can't stop mentioning Joe. No, the thing is, Joe can't stop mentioning me either. So it's like it goes both ways, bro. It's not a one-way road. Okay, he's got his 60 some odd thousand subs. He's well established. He does his thing. He's got a great thing he's doing over there. It's like, why worry about the fucking people who are mishmashing under you? Why do you even worry about it? Like, what are you worried about? You know, it's like I said on my live stream Saturday night that I'm going to come very close to the time where when something is said about me, even if it's a blatant fucking bullshit lie like it mostly is, I will not even address that anymore. Even if it's something that is like outlandish, I'm not even going to address it no more. All I ask of the people out there that watch me or know me or want to ask me a question, or if they hear something and they scratch their head like, wow, that doesn't sound like something he would do, but let me see, because if he did that, I'm going to be pissed, or whatever the situation is. From now on, I am just going to simply say, if you hear something from somebody out there and it's bad and you think something about it, come and ask me yourself, because I have no problem answering anybody's question. I've spoken to a lot of people in this community and have no problem answering anything. So 2020, I am not addressing any more of the bullshit. So if Joe says something and it's totally wrong and it's a bullshit lie, I'm not even going to address it anymore. And you know, most people, if somebody lies about you in your life, you want to go tell the truth really bad. And you want to let people know that's a fucking lie. That's bullshit. You know? And it's almost like a knee-jerk reaction that humans have to defend themselves, especially when somebody's fucking lying. I'm going to fucking cure that, and I'm not going to do it no more. I am not going to address bullshit no more. I'm just not going to do it. You know, the videos that I made last month where I went on and talked about Joe and Scott, the two videos I made, I am not going to do shit like that no more. Like, I'm not going to bother. And I'm not going to go on to, you know, Patreon and go in there and do it and say, hey, if you want to hear it, you got to pay for it. You know, like, that's not what I'm on there for, to fucking dish out drama and make a buck on it. So, you know, in 2020, I'm just not addressing any of the bullshit anymore. But the bottom line is, and shout out to Real Talk, I see him in there, and Alex Payne, what's up? That wrestling show, what's up? Let me read your last comment. Let me see. Listen, I see your comment in the chat, and I understand. There's a lot of different ways to look at it, man. You know, Tommy hasn't been on our show for a fucking while now, just like his show. And it's funny, you know, Joe sits there in his live stream and he goes, I'm not working with scumbags. People leave me and then they want to work with me. No, I've had a lot of people come to me on Twitter, on YouTube, in personal life, and begging me to go back and to shake hands with you and to make things good and to work with you and to do baited. I'm fucking thinking way back. To do fucking Corrupted and all that shit. And when I had time off from work for the last 3 months, I said I would go back and do Corrupted. I don't want to work with anybody but who I'm working with right now. Okay? I like doing what I do. I like doing with my friends, and if I do other shows, that's great. I don't need to work with you, Joe. I don't know why you think that I'm like, or at least maybe you don't think that. You're just trying to make that seem that way to people that are watching you. But the fact of the matter is, I only wanted to make things right and to do the right thing for the people who watch all of us. And because I have no beef with him. And if things were cool, I wouldn't mention him in a negative way at all. You know, like the other night, I could have jumped on Saturday and talked about what Joe said for another hour and a half, but I didn't, because it's like, well, what's the sense? You know, this is getting so old now, to the point, the bickering back and forth, the complaining, and it all happens again. It's like being in a fucking never-ending loop, like Groundhog's Day. Like, this is a problem Joe's been through in the past already. You know, going into somebody's chat, like if you guys don't remember, he would come into our chat in FMN, and he would go in there, and right away he would say something like, yeah, faggot, I fucking see what you said in the chat. Or like, hey, so-and-so, you fucking piece of shit, I see you in here, and blah, blah, blah. And whatever it is, none of you would be here if it wasn't for me. We all know the old shit, the whole story. It's like a never-ending loop, a never-ending, and then he sits there and tells you, oh, I'm just trying to be nice and be a good guy. And he was in this particular case. He was. He really was. From the screenshots that I saw, he was trying to be cool and say what's up to Tommy and be a good guy. But what he doesn't understand is, Joe, like, you can walk around and you could spin things as much as you want, but people see and know what's what. They know it. They know who I am. They know who you are. They know who Dave Rose is. These people that have been here for years, they know who we are. There's no spin, and those people are out there. They exist. They know what the real deal is. They don't need to be fed, a twisted story to understand what the fucking real deal is. Everybody gets it, so it is what it is. And I just wanted to touch on that. Like, I agreed with Joe in this particular case that he did go in to be cool and it blew up in his face, but he has to understand that there is a stigmatism. There is, like, what you do in life stays with you. What you do in life, like, kind of like, you want to segue into Christmas, perfect thing, kind of like fucking Jacob Marley. Do you know who that is? Do you know who Jacob Marley is? Jacob Marley is the partner of Scrooge, right? And he's the guy who fucking walks around with these fucking chains on in the afterlife. The links that he built during his life, the links that he linked together during his life, all trickle behind him, and it follows him around for eternity in the afterlife. And you know why that does that, Joe? Because of the decisions and the way and the things that he did as a human being on earth. Now, whether you believe in religion or not, I'm not getting into that whole fucking thing, but you understand what I'm saying, right? You get what I'm saying, right? You're building your links, because I know I'm a good fucking person and I try to do good to people, and I give things to people that people don't know. I don't need to come on here and tell everybody that I'm a good guy every 5 minutes and that I try to do the right thing. But I do try to do the right thing, especially for people who have families, especially for people who are young and working and trying to make something of themselves. I try to do the right thing. I don't sabotage. I don't go behind people's backs and fucking ask people to go attack people like you're hinting towards on your live stream. Like, I don't do none of that. And you could ask any one of these people, from Dave Rose to Scott to even fucking YR or SC Steve or anybody who's in any one of our chats are friends with us, or mutual people who watch all the shows. Not one of them, not one person can show any proof that I try to manipulate or do anything like Joe says I do. So the bottom line is, for some fucking reason, Joe has this thing with me. Even when I'm nice to him and I respect him and I try to do the right thing by him, he'll say the right things, and he'll say the right things, and he'll, when we're talking to each other, or but he don't do the right things. That's the thing. Like, later on, 2 days later, it's a whole different thing. And then I hear this and that through the grapevine, and some nasty shit too that is said, but I don't make a big deal about it, because I don't know if it's definitely coming from him or not. People could be lying that are in the middle. People could be exaggerating that are in the middle of us. So I take it with a grain of salt, and I just keep going forward. And there's no want. I'm not a little bitch. I need to be on Joe's show. If I needed to be on Joe's show, don't you guys think out there that I would have called into his show a million fucking times already? I would have called in to monetize this, or I would have tried to get on Corrupted, or I would have done something like other people do to get on Joe's shit. Like, I don't need to be on there. I don't see, in Joe's world, maybe, and I'm not saying definitely, but maybe in his world, to be loved and wanted by all the people and try to spin shit your way is like what he needs to justify himself and to make himself feel good. Is the approval and the want of people wanting, and this and that. And I get that some people are like that, but I don't need to be on anybody's shit to better what I do on YouTube. It is what it is. A lot of us take this shit way too fucking serious. I mean, honestly, way too fucking serious. It's a small little fucking thing that it's made into a fucking big, huge thing over nothing. It's weird, man. It's really weird. I'm trying to read some of the shit in the chat here. Let's see. Yeah, it is sad, man. Wrestling guy 88. It is sad. It's sad because it's like, it's fucking Christmas time. Like, who the fuck wants to fucking fight with each other? It's so fucking stupid already. you know? Um, why don't I stream with Cronin anymore? Well, it's because Cronin, I left because of the manipulation and the shit that was going on in the beginning, and it just got too much. It was like, and you know what? It's a game that obviously Joe can play and play good, and not feel, like he needs to get away from it because he does it 24/7. Me, I was just done with it. Like I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't play the games no more. Like hey, I'm going to ask this guy to come on to counteract you having this guy on. And hey, if you have this guy on, then I'm not going to talk to you no more. And then if you have that guy on, I'm going to put this guy on. And then this guy that I just talked shit about is going to come on my show now and I'm going to use him again. And like, I was like, you know what? I can't play these baby games anymore. I really couldn't. So I left. And it was a good choice, Did it hurt me? In many different ways, it hurt to leave. So I think that proves within itself that I'm not a clout, dick riding guy who's got to be on Joe's shit like he wants to fucking make it look like I am. I don't have to be. I mean, I think I've proven that with my actions. I left him. I don't call none of his shit. I don't ask to be on his shit. I don't talk about him unless he talks about me. I brought up the fact that he blocked me the other night because he blocked 20 other people. Joe went on this big block fucking thing, big block fest. So I haven't looked on Twitter in the last couple of months or weeks, and I looked, and yeah, it was blocked. I never once said I was blocked that night or that day or whatever it may be. And I'm pretty sure if you go back and listen on Mars Mira's channel, if you go back and listen to that particular show, I'm pretty sure when I did speak about it, I did say, this might not even be recent. Pretty sure I said that. So I made that clear. But once again, Joe goes on his shit and spins it a whole nother way. Oh, he's making lies up. People got to make lies up and come on and say that I just blocked them. That's not what happened. That's not the way it went down. It's always two sides of the story, and it's like the story is always fucking twisted and just... And it's like, whatever, man. Listen, I know this is how he makes a living and shit, and he's protecting his shit. But you don't need to step on people to protect your shit, man. You really don't. And then he sits there and says, I just want to be left alone. Let me just do my thing and you do your thing. Yeah, no shit. No shit. He brings up Filthy Mouth Gamer a week ago. Ken blocked him from working with us, which is not the truth at all. And that was proven too. All these things that he talks about have all been proven to be false, and you know what? Listen, he reaches out to a lot of people. So a lot of people hear that shit and then they think a certain way about me. From going forward, from here on out, like I said, in 2020, if people want to believe Joe and they want to believe what he says, I'm not going to go and tell these people, hey, no, that's not how it went down, man. Please don't believe Joe. Fuck that. If you believe Joe in 2020, then you believe him. If you want to believe one side of the story and you want to fucking disown me or not like me because of it, then that's your business. I'm not going to hate on you. I'm not going to argue with you. Do what you got to do. Because if you're not going to be willing to look into something before you make a decision on shunning someone or not disliking someone, then you know what? Then I don't want to be cool with you anyway. You know what I mean? So in 2020, that's the deal. If anybody hears something from him and they want to take it for what it's worth, then go ahead. I'm not going to defend it no more. I'm sick and tired of defending the bullshit. And I'm not going to say they're lies because I think half the stuff that Joe says he believes, and half the shit I say I believe, just like everybody else. So, of course, you're going to think you're right. And I get that. I'm not looking to argue with him. I'm not looking to fucking get on his dick and dick ride him. There's plenty of other people doing that. I'm not looking to be on anybody's show. I'm not looking to fucking work with anybody. I threw it out there after I left. That's my responsibility. I left. I threw it out there because everything settled down at that point and people were cool at that point. And we had a great conversation on a stream. We had a great conversation a couple of times. Everything was cool. And I threw it out there knowing that my schedule was open. I didn't suck his dick. I didn't beg to be on his shit. I don't do that. I think you guys who have been watching me know me better than that. I don't suck fucking dick to get on shows. Maybe I have in the past. And I'll admit it, maybe I have dick ridden and maybe I have clout chased in the past. And I did play the game when I got in here and I first started getting involved. I definitely did. But I'm at a different point right now in my life. I'm at a different point right now on YouTube. And my point now is I want to fucking go on there and have fun with my friends and the people that I like being around and I like talking to, and the people who like calling in us and like interacting or just even like watching, and I just want to do that, and that's it. That's the point I'm at. I'm not looking to make fucking millions of dollars. I'm not looking to fucking become a huge big YouTuber and get subs. I'm not looking to make my channel better and move forward. I'm not looking to do news and do this, and I'm not looking to put Leafy and Keemstar in my captions. I'm not looking to do all that shit. I'm not looking to do any of it, okay? So I'm in a much different boat than Joe or, you know, some of these other YouTubers. I'm in a much different boat. This is stupid and little shit to me. And if people like it, I'm into it and I want to do it. But it's not something that controls my life. It's not something that defines who I am. It's not something that I need to have to make me feel like a man or I'm a good person or something. I do that in my private life. I am not perfect. Like I heard Joe say, and I'm glad he said that before when he was talking on his live stream, that he's not perfect and this and that. And that's great. And you can tell people, hey, I know I fucked up in the past. You have. You might be fucking up now. Did you ever think that? Because you're wrong. I had nothing to do with that shit in the chat. I don't manipulate Tommy. I fucking barely speak to Tommy right now. Okay? I barely answer his phone calls because I'm very busy. And number two, Tommy is the one who comes to me and tells me every fucking thing that's going on with him and every kind of drama and every kind of thing that's going down. And I'm sure he'll admit it that I'm telling the truth right now. That Tommy comes to me with this shit, and I always tell him to do the right thing. And one of the things that I tell him to do is to do the right thing by Joe, Tommy, because you don't want to have Joe on your bad side, and you don't want to be arguing with him. And I'm sure Joe, if he heard that, might think a little differently, but the truth is the truth. It's 42, okay? And it's time to fucking tell the truth. And the truth is, I tell Tommy to de-escalate the situations that he's into with Joe. I tell Tommy to, even if you think you're right and he's wrong, just let it go and do the right thing and move on. And I tell Tommy this all the fucking time. And then I got to hear Joe saying, well, no, you know, people manipulate Tommy, and I know Tommy for fucking 30 years, and blah, 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 blah. No, Joe, you're wrong. You're dead wrong. You're dead wrong about me. You're dead wrong about a couple of other people that you talk about in this community. And I think you believe what you're saying, which I can't really blame you, because if you believe it, then, you know, you need to know the truth. And the truth is, I am not your fucking enemy, okay? I don't sweat you. I'm not on your balls. Go do what you got to do. You're a grown-ass man. I don't fucking impede on your shit. I don't go in your chat. I don't fucking tell people to not watch you like you do to me, because I've had several people tell me that you go to them and tell them that I'm some kind of fucking psycho asshole who does all this shit behind the scenes, when it is the fucking furthest thing from the fucking truth. The absolute furthest thing from the truth. You know? So if I'm doing all that shit, where are these people? Where are these people to jump on a live stream or to show proof? They're not out there. They don't exist. So it's bullshit. It's bullshit. And all I ask people in 2020 is to, if you hear something that makes you scratch your head about me, or you question, or you're like, whoa, what the fuck? That's not cool. Don't make a decision on one side of the story. Come and ask me yourself if there's any questions you guys want to know in 2020. Come and ask me yourself. Come and ridicule me. If you think I did something bad, call me out on it, instead of making a decision based on what somebody else said. All right? Because I'm not going to defend myself anymore about the bullshit, twisted narratives and the lies and all that shit. I'm just not going to defend myself anymore. So 2020 is a different ball game. Like I said, I'm not here for the clout. I'm not here to fucking dick ride somebody's show. There's plenty of people dick riding Joe's cock at this moment. And that's fine. And I have nothing to do with it. I'm not commenting on it. I don't fucking talk about it. I don't bring up the people. Yeah, I've said shit in the past, obviously, when I'm drunk and when I'm having a good time on the show, and I've fired shots back, you know, and that's just having fun. There's no malicious shit. There's no fucking, you know, intent to fucking sabotage or destroy somebody's, you know, means of how they take care of their family. Like, that's just fucking ludicrous. That is ludicrous. I'm a fucking family man. My first thing in my life is my family, you know, and I would never hurt somebody else's fucking family or the way that they take care of their family. So, you know, don't believe everything you hear. You know what I mean? And just plug away, guys. Just plug the fuck away in the chat if you want. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, Rocky's going to have a big 200 episode party too over there on Super Ugly for those of you guys who want to watch it, and all that. So that's about all I can say about that whole situation. I'm not dick riding anybody, man. I don't need to be on anybody's shit. The people who let me on their shows, I thank them. The people who take my phone call if I call their shit, that's awesome. Thank you for taking my phone call. I don't expect anybody to take my phone call. I don't expect anybody to be like, oh, Ken's here. I'm just a fucking normal everyday guy like everybody the fuck else. I don't think higher of myself than you guys. I don't think lower of myself than you guys. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I don't let this shit go to my head. Never did, never will. The money, yes, it helps with our channel. When we do make donations and we do make money, we can add to the show. We can make it better. We can do more things. I can make these guys that work with me actually want to be there because they're, getting something out of putting all their time and effort into it. But other than that, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you once donated to me and liked me and don't now. I don't give a fuck about any of it. All I care about is having fun and doing the right fucking thing by people as much as I can. I don't need to protect Foulmouth's network to where I got to lie about somebody and destroy somebody's life to protect my channel. The channel is what it is. It's a 2,000 sub channel. It is what it is. I'm not a fucking YouTuber. I don't need to be in this argument every day with these fucking people over stupid shit that doesn't benefit me. I'm going to go and defend the shit out of myself and stoop down to the level of some of these people for what? To protect my fucking channel? What, is it worth it? It's not worth it to me. I hope you guys understand that. It's not worth it to me. The channel will be taken away soon anyway with the shit that's going on YouTube. So it is what it is. I don't have to fucking lie and manipulate, cheat, steal, and fucking backstab to protect my channel. I don't need to do that. I don't need to twist narratives. I don't need to do any of it. And I don't even need to defend myself in 2020. That's the point I'm going to be at very soon. I'm just going to come on, do my shit, my stupid shit that I do, try to have fun, and that's it. Anything else, I'm just not going to pay attention to. I'm not going to be a part of, and I'm just going to do what I do, So, let me read some more of your stuff in the chat and see what you guys are saying. Let's see here. Merry Christmas to Dave. Cynical, what's up, man? Merry Christmas to you. There's a lot being said now. Holy shit. I don't know if you guys have any questions before I bounce. Just put it in there now, and I'll answer anything you guys want. If there's anything you want me to answer, put it in there right now. I'll answer it. Put it in me. What's up, Will? Nothing really happened. Just, I just had to come on and just touch on a little thing that, happened with Joe and Tommy. And, Joe bunched me and a couple other people into his video. So I just came on and addressed that. That was it. Nothing that big. You enjoy Christmas too, bro. Merry Christmas to you. To Jay. And let's see what we got here. Man, why does this thing move? Oh, wait, what'd you say? Favorite NFC champ. Favorite for NFC champs. Oh, man, I don't know. Like, who's going to make it to the Super Bowl? Who do I think will make it to the Super Bowl? Because that's a good question right there. That's a great question. Who do you guys think will make it to the Super Bowl? I think it'll be the Patriots again. And the safe bet that a lot of people are going with is the 49ers right now. But I have a feeling we're going to see a rematch in the Super Bowl, and I think it's going to be the Patriots versus the Seattle Seahawks. All right? The Seahawks. Merry Christmas to Real Talk. Yeah, listen, I wish we made up too, man. All right? And I texted Joe before, and I'll tell you that right now. I texted him before and said, dude, I wasn't against you with the whole chat thing. I think it was wrong how shit went down. I don't think you should have made that big of a deal about it, but like, You know, stop trying to paint the narrative I'm against you. I'd rather be cool with the guy. Like I said to him today, dude, I don't want to work with you after all the shit that's happened. Trust me, do not want to step back into that. But that doesn't mean I don't want to be cool with you or friends with you. Like I don't want to hate the guy. I don't want him to hate me. You know, I'd rather just be cool. I don't need to work with him to be all right with him. You know, it's just like, stop your bullshit. Stop the bullshit, and we're good. You know? Oh shit, what's up, Rocka? Damn, bro, how you been? I hope you're doing good, man. Well, yeah, the Ravens, man, are another team you got to kind of fucking, man, the Ravens are good, dude. That quarterback, that fucking quarterback is amazing, man. He really is. That kid is fucking good. That kid is good. So yeah, you gotta think about the Ravens, man, too. You're right. You're right. I'm not a fan of the Seahawks, but I just think they're good. I just think like they got a little something, you know, got a little something this year. And if it's the 49ers, then, you know, so be it. Whatever. I'm going to the Ravens and Steelers and Saints game. Oh, that's fucking awesome, dude. That's awesome. You're going to enjoy that shit. Excalibur, enjoy that shit, man. That's fun. That's a good game to go to. Yeah. Hey, listen, man, you might be right what you said, Mr. Long. Listen, Joe has said plenty of times, like, you know, people wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me. That's bullshit. Nobody, and that's like, that goes to like some people who think like, okay, just because they are on a show a couple of nights, you know, a couple of days, a couple of weeks in a row on a particular show, they think, oh, like I'm gonna get subs from that. No, you don't get people subscribing to you just because you appeared somewhere. You earn them. You know, you got to have them want to be like, oh, I want to press that button and watch, you know, what they're doing over here on this channel. You don't just go, this person said to go over here. Some people might do that, but for the most part, people that are on there watching they want to be there. They're not there because they were told to come there. You know what I mean? So, maybe he thinks that. I don't know, man. It seems that way sometimes, you know. But who knows? Who the fuck knows, man? Have a beer with me sometime, Ken. Why does it move, man? I can't read the whole fucking thing. Merry Christmas to everyone and all your families. Next couple of days, it's time to spend time, and it keeps moving, this fucking thing. Spend time with your families and loved ones. Yes, I agree, bro. 100%. I don't hate you, Joe. I don't hate you. I love what you do. You're a fucking talented person. I don't need to be on your show. I don't want to be on your shit. I really don't want to be on it. I just want to be on there, and for the people who came to me and really were emotional over like me being on there with you guys again, and Mike was emotional over it. Like, man, I fucking miss what you get, and it's bullshit. And I understand people want to hear us back together. They want to hear that magic that we had, because it was fun and it was magic. But listen, I had no problem doing it at that point. But at this point now, nah, I ain't working with fucking. I ain't getting myself back in that position, and I'm not sitting here and fucking sucking someone's cock to be on their shit like he makes it sound, because that is the furthest thing from the fucking truth. That is the furthest thing from the truth. I've already told him, even if me and you were best friends now and we made up and everything was good, I still would not come back. I still would not come back. I would not go back for any amount of money. I would not go back for any amount of fucking fame. I would not go back for anything. For anything, to be honest. I wouldn't go back for anything, to be honest with you guys. I really wouldn't, because I'm not going through the arguments every fucking day again. Now I just argue maybe, 3 or 4 times a month since I left. But it was every fucking day. I'm not going back to that. Nope. Not doing it. So, no one's riding any dicks. I don't need to be on your show, buddy. All right? And, like I said, I have about a week and a half left of 2019. We have about a week and a half left, all of us, of this year. Once this fucking year ends, I swear to you, you will not hear me doing fucking videos like this and addressing the bullshit anymore unless it's a big, huge fucking thing. Because this little tit Annie shit, these little fucking anthills that are made in the fucking mountains, I am not going to be a part of it no more. You know, and maybe it is thrown out there, and obvious, not maybe, it's obvious it's thrown out there and done to also, you know, catch a little fire with it. Because why else would you put Leafy and Keemstar in there? You know what I mean? Come on. We all know the deal. Like, come on. Like I said, anybody who watches all of us, they all know the fucking deal. We don't need to tell them anything. They don't need to be, you know, told any bullshit, or, you know, you could say whatever you want. The fact of the matter is these people realize what's going on. So it is what it is. Right? Like they said on the fucking, like they said on the Irishman. It is what it is, right? So it is what it is, everybody out there. And Merry fucking Christmas to you on this drama-filled Christmas. You know what I mean? All right, I'm going to read a little more in the chat, and then I'm going to bounce. So let's see here. Ken, happy holidays to you. Travis, it is what it is. Victor, let's see here. No, I ain't mad at you, man. I'm not mad at anybody, dude. I swear to God, I'm not mad at anybody, dude. I'm not mad at SC Steve. I'm not mad at anybody. I just want to let you guys know we're doing a new segment. Is a new show coming to our shows. And if you guys know the show, The Mandalorian, well, we're going to have a new show, and it's like kind of like a takeoff of The Mandalorian, and it's called The Mongolorian. And it's about this retarded guy who goes around in the galaxies and has a spaceship, and he lands on these planets, and he don't know where the fuck he is. He's like, where am I? And it's called The Mongolorian. That's coming to the show soon. The Mongolorian. It's going to be like a radio show type of thing, like a, you know, like a webisode type of thing, where there'll be an episode that'll be like maybe 5-10 minutes long every other week or something like that. And it's going to be called The Mongolorian. And like I said, it's about a retarded guy who flies around the galaxies and just lands on random fucking planets, and he's like, where am I? And they're like, do you know where you are, sir? And he's like, no. Where am I? And when he runs, he has a camera that's attached. You know how they attach those cameras to like your body here, and so the camera's like up here and it follows you? So like the show will be like this, where he's like running around this new planet. He's like, I'm a Mongolorian. Mongolorian. Sorry. But yeah, The Mongolorian 2020. Look for it. The Mongolorian coming to the fucking show in 2020. Retarded guy, spaceship, lifesavers. I mean, how could you go wrong? The Mongolorian. That was a mix of a Chewbacca and a retarded guy put together. Alright, anyway. Create a show name. Alright. Would he have a fedora? He might. He might have a fedora. That's fucking funny. But no, actually he wears a helmet. But it's like a hockey helmet. You would think in Star Wars he'd wear like a Boba Fett helmet type of thing, but no. In this the Mongolorian, he wears like a CCM helmet. And he runs around bumping his head into shit, and he's like, Mama said if I bump my head and without my helmet on, I get brain damage. So they're like, yeah, you gotta wear this helmet. Yeah, you better get out of this person's random backyard before the owner comes home. You all right, bro? Hey, we could do more sports talk if you guys want in 2020. Whatever you guys want, man. Please let me know. Suggestions, anything. And I'm serious about needing and wanting someone new for a show. And let me make this clear, because Minnesota Vikings got in touch with me right away and was like, you're going to put somebody on, Livewire, and you're going to need somebody for the Saturday night show, Insomniac, and I was like, no, bro, like, I don't know, maybe you misunderstood me, but I want someone new to do a show with me. Like, I want a new person to do like a Wednesday night show with me, whether it be recorded or live. If there's anybody out there that's interested, I need someone for Wednesday night to do a show with me, you know? And I figured, you know, if we have like 3 or 4 people already that threw their hat into the ring, like, I don't want to say yes and no. I kind of want to pick who the chat and the people who watch us want us to take. Yeah, I don't want to make the decision. I want you guys to make the decision. So I figured it'd be a pretty cool episode if we maybe, or a couple episodes if we maybe did something like that, where you guys, you know, basically choose who would do a show with me, you know, or something like that. Because Filthy and Chris, you know, it's hard to get them to do all the shows all the time because they're busy, man. You know, they got their lives and shit, and so adding another person would be perfect, you know. But I don't know if that person's out there or not. We'll see. Oh, you like this type of stuff, man? I didn't think you guys like when I come on here and just do it like this, you know what I mean? But, I mean, you know, what I've been doing, shout out to the Patreon, I've been doing these recordings on my phone where I get fucking deep, man. We've fucking, on those recordings, we've gotten pretty fucking deep on there. If you're on the Patreon, you know what I mean. We've gotten pretty fucking deep. Some, you know, talked about some interesting shit on those recordings, and I like doing them too, because it's like I'm sitting at my work lunchtime, sitting in my car for an hour. I could just hit record on my phone and spill my guts. That's fucking awesome, you know. So I enjoy doing those things, and so far I've gotten good feedback on the recordings. So that's a cool feature that's on there, and I didn't really see that on anybody else's Patreon. You know what I mean? So it's something different, I guess. And I'm trying my best to do different shit. There's been a show that I've been wanting to do for like 3 years where we actually play a role, a character during the whole show, and you guys kind of pick the character and pick the role of the person and all that. I want to try to do something like that for 2020, something, you know, just different shit. So like I said, if you guys have any suggestions, anything like that, man, that would be fucking awesome, because, you know, I'm willing to take anybody's suggestions. You know, you guys probably have a lot better ideas than I do, so. Anyway, but happy holidays to everybody. And what? Yeah, go ahead. Happy holidays, everybody. And if, what? Happy holidays, you guys. I will see you guys before Christmas. Wait, tomorrow's fucking Christmas Eve, right? Holy fuck. Yeah, I'll be live at some point again to say what's up to everybody. Wish everybody a Merry Christmas and all that shit. I just wanted to come on and touch on that shit, man. At the end of the day, Jesus. At the end of the day, it is what it is. You know what I mean? So, but at the end of the day, I don't want any enemies, man. I really don't. I don't want to argue with motherfuckers, let alone people that I enjoyed their company for fucking 2 years, 3 years. You know, I'm not Joe's enemy. You know, and I agree, Joe got fucked with in that chat and everything. But there was no need to like bring me up and bring fucking Dave and Scott and this guy and that guy up. Like, there's no need to fucking do that. There was no need to go that route. You know, it could have been defend yourself. That's fine, but you're really not on there just to defend yourself when you got in the title Leafy and Keemstar. I mean, we all know what the deal is. So, you know, it is what it is. I don't hate the guy. I always wish him the luck. He thinks I'm like he thinks I'm like some kind of fucking huge scumbag behind the scene, but there's nobody out there to prove it. There's no fucking, you know, there's no evidence. So when you hear that shit in the future and you're questioning what he's saying and you're like, it can't be true, or, wow, Ken did that, come and ask me. I'm very easy to get in touch with. Leave me a message on Twitter, say something in one of the chats or something and get in touch with me, because I will tell you the truth. I have nothing to fucking hide. All right, obviously I want to hide where I live and, you know, who doesn't want to be on camera, like in my family, or doesn't want to be mentioned. Obviously I have to fucking hide that. But anything else, I mean, I'm an open fucking book. You know, I think, especially the people on the Patreon, they know me. Those people know me. That's like a family. It really is. That's why I call it a family, because it fucking truly is like a family. You know, they know a lot about me. The Patreon people know more about me than probably some of my friends do. You know, and that's definite. And I'm opening up even more and more on the Patreon because of the recordings I'm able to do now and the things that I'm able to say, and that you guys accept it and don't ridicule me or go against me or anything like that. And even if you guys question something, it's still cool to have people to talk to and people to weigh your life on and to get their opinions on it and to get their reactions to it. There's nothing like it, man. You know? So this is a blessing for me. I would never want to destroy this for myself or anybody else. This is like having a shrink. This is like having a support system. This is like having people behind you that want you to do good, you know, and they want good things for you. I would never want to destroy this for myself or anybody else. You know, this is a good thing in people's lives. This should be a good thing in your life. You know, as much drama and bullshit we get into with each other, this should be a good thing for all of us, man. You know, even you guys who don't do shows, there's some of you guys who don't even do shows who are just in the chats. There's people that you built a rapport with in those chats. There's people that you've connected with in those chats. There's people that worry about you in those chats. There's people who, if they don't see you in there, are like, oh, I wonder where so-and-so is today. I hope he's all right. You know, we all mean something to each other. As much shit as we all go through with each other, we all mean something, man. We all mean something to each other. You know? That's something I would never want to break or throw away or hurt or destroy, you know, for anyone, let alone myself. Because I need this sometimes for my own sanity, for my own fucking thoughts. You know, that's what matters to me on this shit, on this platform with you people. That's the shit that matters. Real fucking emotion, real fucking heart, real meaning. Not this fake fucking bullshit, not this monetary fucking smiling and, you know, monetary hug. No, none of that means shit to me. The real deal means the connection and the fucking, and the team and the people that are behind you. Because there are some really good fucking people on here that really do care for each other. So, and I know a lot of people don't need this shit for nothing. Like, I don't need the fuck the chat, fuck the shows, I don't need that shit. YouTube and an app, fuck that shit. And I get that too. I don't need this shit. But I have it, and it's a blessing on me. And I would never destroy it or throw it away, because I'm very lucky that I have even 5 people paying attention to what I do on YouTube. 40 toot. You understand? Toot, toot, toot. So I'm very grateful for this shit. I'm very grateful for you guys. I'm very grateful for everything. And I'm very grateful for Joe, the time that he gave me on his shit. He gave me the opportunity to connect with a lot of you great people. That man gave me, well, man, whatever. That dude gave me the outlet to connect with you people. And that I will always thank that dude for, and I will always be in debt to him for that reason. Because he gave me that outlet. He believed in me enough to say, hey, yeah, I want to bring you on and, you know, see what happens. And you know what happened? I connected with a lot of fucking people, and I was the people's champ, baby, and I'll never forget that shit. I will never forget the times that you people fucking rallied behind me and made me feel so fucking unbelievably good about myself and about what we're doing and about how we did it. You made me feel fucking unbelievable. I will never forget that shit. I will never forget that. I am in debt. I am grateful to you guys for the things that you do for me, for the things you guys say to me, even Merry Christmas or even, hey man, you're doing a great job. I am in debt to you guys for that shit. You know, it's about you fucking guys, man, because of the way you guys make me feel and the things you guys do for me. It's about you fucking people, not about me. You know, it's about us. It's about all of us. Every single fucking one of us. Even if I was friends with you or enemies with you, even if you don't like me, even if you're sitting there thinking I'm blowing a bunch of smoke up your ass right now, that's fine. You could believe that. But you know what? The fact of the matter is, I felt the fucking love that you people bestowed upon me with the way that I was champion on those shows and the fucking good things you guys said and the laughter that I heard come out of some of this corny shit that I said. And like, you know, you can't beat it. You cannot fucking beat it. So this thing I am grateful for. I am grateful as a motherfucker to have you people here, to be here, to know Joe, to know every one of you guys. All you people, even if I brawled with you, I am grateful as fuck. JB, all you guys, I am grateful as fuck to know you people. I don't hate you people. I love you guys, and I do wish you guys the best, and I would never want to destroy this for myself or you guys, because this is something that we are very lucky to fucking have. Okay? I know there's a lot of negative shit you could say about YouTube and Twitter and all that shit in general, and I do say it, and I do hear it, but at the end of the day, come on guys, we all know we're very lucky to know each other and to fucking mingle with each other and actually laugh and enjoy each other. Very fucking lucky. Okay? And in 2020, all of us should be concentrating about, having a good fucking time and not being so uptight. And I think Joe kind of mirrors the image of society right now, because Joe gets very uptight about a lot of things that are said, and it could be the littlest fucking thing that's said to him, the littlest ridicule, and it turns into a fucking, a video like today. And it's like, let it go, dude. You're a fucking capable, smart, good-looking, talented, father, husband. Like, what are you worried about, dude? What are you worried about? If my dumbass is on a chat saying, yeah, Joe has me on block, why do you give a fuck? Why? Let it go. Live to fight another day, dude. There's much more shit that you can pay attention to than this bullshit. Let it fucking go. And a Merry Christmas to Joe, JB, all those guys that I was once with and shared many laughs with. I do not hate you guys. I fucking love you guys, and I hope the best for you guys. I would never work in that atmosphere ever again with anybody, and that's definitely true. I would never link myself to all that again, ever. But with that said, I could still be cool and still be friends with people, and if they don't want to be my friend, that's fine. They think I'm a scumbag, they can believe what they want. If they don't give me the chance to come to me and hear both sides of the story, like I said before, then fuck them. In 2020, fuck them. If I'm not going to be railroaded like fucking Trump, you know what I mean? And all these people fucking make up bullshit and this and that. Let it all go, man. You don't need to defend yourself anymore. People don't need to make a fucking little thing into a big thing anymore in 2020. We need to fucking get our heads out of our asses and realize that we're all allowed to say what we feel, and we're allowed to give our opinions, and we're allowed to like and not like something, and we all don't need to be told who to like and who not to like and where to go and what to do. Okay? All of us can figure it out on our own, So, in 2020, fuck the drama, fuck all that bullshit. I ain't touching on it no more. No more. So I'm going to leave that on a good note, and I'm going to tell everybody, tomorrow's Christmas Eve. If you're celebrating, you have a great fucking time, and that goes out to everybody, okay? Everybody. Even if you fought with me, you got me on block, I got you on block, we hate each other, I have no hatred towards you, and in 2020, I am fucking wiping the slate totally fucking clean, okay? And I have nobody on block, and I will have no ill will, nothing towards anyone, and I just want to do what I do and be left alone to be with the people that enjoy me and I enjoy them. And if that adds new people into the mix somewhere down the line, so be it. If nobody else joins, so be it. It is what it is, right? That's going to be the slogan for 2020. 2020, it is what it is. All right? So Merry Christmas to all you great people out there. And I do fucking cherish this platform and you people a tremendous amount. And I do know that I'm very fucking extremely lucky to have even 2 or 3 people listening or watching what we do. So, thank you to everyone out there. And I hate you too. No, I'm just kidding. I do love you guys. And I'll see you guys soon. And if I don't see you for Christmas Eve tomorrow, have a great one with your families. Be safe. Love one another. And be HIV positive. All right? Peace, everybody. I'm going to go inside and beat my wife.